Hey y'all, it is April the 22nd, 2018. Y'all, I thought I'd take a moment out to discuss some things with y'all, as you can see from the title. Some things that I've been witnessing to and just pondering about in regards to Katelyn Nicole Davis and Katelyn Nicole Davis justice, or whatever you might call it. Seeking I guess, answers, and also seeking out those who are guilty parties to be considered in the story that is Katelyn Nicole Davis, and I'll assume everybody knows it. All right. I was looking at developments. Not too many to speak of. Not too many to speak of. I was looking at like memorials that people do, and they do it pretty regularly. There'll always be new people coming to the scene to find out about Katelyn Nicole Davis. That's kind of the beauty of the fact is that she ended up on the internet. That way, it's not going to stop. People are going to, over and over, keep being introduced for the first time to Katelyn Nicole Davis and stuff. And you can see that certain people made memorials, and certain people made other memorials and stuff, and that was pretty good. I saw one video, and I'm not even, it's no need in saying which one it is, but from a certain channel y'all might be familiar, talking about developments as far as Luke Callahan goes, or really not even developments, more or less just saying what everybody already knew. Basically, the narrator to the video is basically saying things that people who are already familiar with the situation probably already knew or could infer. People who are very new to the Katelyn Nicole Davis situation might have found that video, and that I'm referring to be, I don't know, informative or something like this. Thing is, we're about a year and a half deep as far as, the incident is it's kind of old now. It's not to take away significance from it. It's just to say that it's kind of getting older, and the progress that some of us might have wanted to see hadn't been happening. Thing is, I got to mention about this video, it's like, what's interesting about it is, like I said, we're a year and a half deep. Video didn't really say anything that nobody's heard before, like I said. And basically what I had to, just to describe it a little bit, is the video was of a male discussing, I guess, different details about Luke Callahan and what he's experiencing right now. All right, and this male was, just to be descriptive, getting quite emotional, getting all in his feelings and stuff like this. And it's like, I understand people can get emotional at this sort of a thing, but yeah, and still just to be descriptive. I mean, basically getting all emotional, getting all, hot under the collar about it and stuff. And it's like, dude, you're not saying, the only thing that I was thinking about is you're just not saying anything that hasn't already been said, guy. And stuff. And I was watching the video, and that's basically what it was, It's like, Luke Callahan's a dang dirty animal monster, and you know what? He thinks he's going to get away with this. Oh, man, no, he's not going to get away with this. I'm not threatening him, but I'm kind of threatening him. And basically, that's what the video was. And it was weird. He's like, and then he's going to go to jail, and he's going to get some real justice on him, Luke Callahan. All right. And that's a sentiment that I wanted to make note of as well, because that's a very commonplace, and you'll see it. And if you ever figure out what the heck video I'm talking about, it's a recent one about Luke Callahan. You'll see in the comment feeds. Who knows how long these people in the comment feeds have been familiar with the situation of Katelyn Nicole Davis, but, you'll see some. Like, I saw one in particular. It was like, I spent 9 years in jail, and dude, they're gonna tear Luke Callahan up, dude. They're gonna butter him up on the backside and just go to town. And it's just like, dude, that is just ultimately that is a sentiment that I hear a lot. It's like, oh shoot, okay, we're gonna put him in jail where he belongs, a damn dirty animal, and then guess what? He's gonna get raped. He's gonna get totally raped, and that's justice. That's what's I want to call it insane, But people sometimes see that as justice. It's not like the first time I ever heard that. Everybody's like, ooh, you better wait to go to jail because you're going to get raped, buddy. And it's like, wow, that's not justice, actually. That's only a continuation of the problem. And it's for these reasons that I even like bring it up, that it's necessary to realize that certain sentiments really are not helpful. And we can debate about it if you wanted to, but it's just like, I don't know how helpful it is just to sit back and maybe do nothing but wish that Luke Callahan get raped in the booty. Like, really? That's really what you wish for? That's what you're hoping for, right? And you're calling it justice. It's like, that's only one of the myriad of ways in which I completely, absolutely, positively disagree with most people that you can find on the internet even talking about Katelyn Nicole Davis, dude. I sincerely disagree with y'all about most of everything, right? To include that, it's like, dude, I'm over here talking, pondering, if you will, about solutions. Y'all are over there pondering about raping Luke Callahan for justice or whatever it is. At the end of the day, what you'll see a lot, and it's just an example, is dudes and ladies alike talking tough on the internet through the comment feeds, just talking tough, like, oh man, these people need to be brought to justice. It's like, dude, yeah, I know, but you're not going to get up and do it, are you? I'm not saying I'm going to get up and do it. I'm just pointing out the situation and trying to take it all in for what it is. That's basically, I don't talk about it too much because I feel like covered pretty much all the ground that there is to cover in the situation. Unless we're going to get a whole mountain of new evidence, and I don't think that we are. All right? So it's like, I tend to look at it through, I guess, the perspective of wanting solutions from here. Knowing that the past is the past and you can't change it, it's not good. Can't change it though. I mean, all you can really do is live in the present. And if you do so well enough, maybe change the future for the better. There's solutions to problems out there, and it's like, I don't know. And it'll make you wonder when you go through these comment feeds and you see what people say. It'll make you wonder what kind of solutions they have in their head. Alright? Lots of times their solutions involve people being raped in jail, dude. It's like, dude, that's complete injustice. Not only that, not only are we having people get cased up and raped in jail hypothetically, and please understand that a whole bunch of rapes go down in jail. All right, a big percentage of the country's rapes go down in male-on-male jails. All right, that's where the rapes happen. All right, and some people are happy about it or something like that. It's not only that we're locking them up in there, but we're locking them up and feeding them and clothing them and doing this and that, giving them health care so that they can get raped or something. Like, I don't know what we're hoping for. I don't know what they're hoping for, to be honest with you. All right. But I want to leave out on this note. I mean, if you followed, I guess, what we've been discussing as far as Katelyn Nicole Davis on this channel, you understand that it's more of it's a spiritual battle. It's not it's not all black and white like people want to make it out to be. It's like, dude, this is all encompassing. You could have a Child Abuse Awareness Month. You could have a Child Abuse Awareness Week and a special day, maybe 2 days out of the year. Child Abuse Awareness. Dude, everybody's aware of child abuse. Everybody is. All right? You're not an adult at all if you're not aware that child abuse exists. Can't be more aware of it. That's the thing of it. And of course, people are going to get bullied in school, but the thing is that it's by design. The schools are designed for people to get bullied at, and they certainly do get bullied. So it's like, dude, people are reaching, and they've been reaching, and they will continue to reach, and I'm just going to watch them reaching. For weird stuff like anti-bullying campaigns, child abuse awareness month, and stuff like this. It's like, basically, I'm watching them totally and completely miss the point. If you'll excuse me, my mouth's getting kind of dry. Totally miss the point. And I don't want to make this a very long video, But I want to get out of here saying this, on this channel, it's been a spiritual thing, and that, the devil can reach into all sort of different places and convince people that he has power and stuff. He's very good at illusions, right? So the problem isn't these bullying things that happen at school, because that's what's going to happen. It doesn't matter how many anti-bullying campaigns you make. People are aware of child abuse and everything like that. The problem is that y'all are shooting for things that don't make sense, right? And you don't want to admit it, but I mean, when you really think about it, it doesn't matter if you have to admit it, because years from now, you look back and see you've done nothing, right? You don't have to admit it, but where you're going is nowhere. Spinning your wheels, right? I wanted to get out of make this video kind of quick and saying that, on this channel, we tend to focus on the fact that it's a spiritual battle, all right? And this battle takes place in everybody's home, regardless. Whoever's watching this video, it's taking place in your home. It's taking place in my home. It's a spiritual battle. And in order to aim for a target, you got to see that target. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to know, you got to decide what is the target in order to be able to aim for the target. I want to bring up like an aspect that I've been learning about in manufacturing. I've been learning some stuff about manufacturing. And one aspect that they use is they want to be very concise. They want to be very exact with their measurements. They want every part to come out. When you're manufacturing all these parts, you want them to come out identical, all the same, over and over and over, and sell them. And you sell them by the truckloads, all right? So they want to make sure that all the little parts come out the same. The thing is, the tools that work on them, they're going to wear out. It's just, it's metal on metal. You suck it with oil just to make sure everything doesn't get caught on fire. But basically, it's metal grinding away on metal. All right, so it's get very hot. Stuff like this, tools wear out. All right, so basically, like I said, in manufacturing, you want all the parts to come out. And know that I'm going somewhere with this. You want all the parts to come out the same. All right. And they have what's called tolerance, and in that, all the parts aren't going to come out completely identical. Like I said, from wear and different other factors, the parts aren't going to come out identical, but they're going to come out so close that with a human naked eye, you really couldn't tell. You couldn't tell at all, because they're so close, but they're slightly different. All these little parts, right? What they have is full tolerance, which is the parts can't, on any given measurement, they can't go outside of full tolerance, because if they do, they're a bad part. They get thrown away. Nobody's going to use it, because it's not what it should be as far as measurements. You have full tolerance, but you don't never want to even get close. When you're making all these parts and you're selling them and making that money, you don't want to get close to making bad parts. You don't want to make any bad parts at all. So you have a measurement what's called pre-control. All right, and I am going somewhere with this. Pre-control is like when you're halfway to having a bad part. You'll find out you come out of pre-control and you start looking at what you got going to make sure that everything's going the way that it should be. None of the parts are messing up, or you're not getting bad parts, because you don't have enough time in the world to inspect every last one of the parts you're making. What you do is you have to make educated guesses through statistical checking. For every single batch, like a certain amount coming out, you test a few of the parts and see if they're in pre-control or if not in pre-control. If they're outside of pre-control, they're still good parts, but it's like, dude, you might want to think about what's going on. You might want to tighten up your situation. You might want to change out some tools. Right? You really don't want it going outside of pre-control, even though you could still have a good part. You just don't want it. All right? It's kind of a target. You're aiming to make it perfect. When you're manufacturing all these parts, they're not going to come out perfect, but they're going to come out so close that nobody will be able to tell. All right, you're shooting for the exact middle. Full tolerance, you typically want it right in the middle. You don't want it going left or right. You want it center. You want to hit the center of the target. If you ever played like darts, you're not aiming for basically you could play the game where you're aiming for certain things, but basically you want to get for that bullseye, right? You want to go for the bullseye, the middle of it. All right, that's what we're talking about here. When we're talking about Katelyn Nicole Davis and her admitted Lord and Savior. All right, when we're talking about that, that is the bullseye that we're talking about. All right, you're not never gonna be the bullseye as a person. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna be perfect like Jesus. That is the whole point. You aim for Jesus. You just aim for Jesus. And you're not gonna get perfect, but you're gonna try real hard. Thing is, if you don't know what to aim for, you won't know when you're getting close. So I'm trying to be here telling you, you need a target. What is the target? Is it anti-bullying campaigns? All right. Is it family abuse awareness rallies and stuff? Is that the target, or is it something that you can aim for in your own personal life? And take in the messages of that certain person. And we're talking about Katelyn Nicole Davis. We're talking about her Lord and Savior, the one that she talked about. All right, could that be a target to aim for? Thereby, perhaps relieving all of this nightmarish child abuse situations that we see happening everywhere. Or could we run around like chickens with our heads cut off, talking about, oh man, I hope this person gets raped. No, I hope this person gets raped. Oh man, this person needs justice. Oh my gosh, and it's always going to be someone else to point your finger at. Let me tell you something. These situations aren't going to stop. They're going to be more and more and more. So it's going to be more people for y'all to point your finger at. But meanwhile, it's not going to be no sort of solutions while you're doing this. It's just going to be more and more people that you wish go to jail and you wish get raped and stuff. And you don't want to rape them, or I don't know, maybe you do want to rape them. I don't know. But I'm not really having none of it. I'm not even entertained by any of it. I'm really not entertained by any of it. And I see it out there. And I guess just to leave out here, it's been a long enough video. You tend to notice that those who got into this situation all gung-ho, like, oh man, this is going to be for life. We're going to get down for Katelyn Nicole Davis for life. You know, you gotta see that a lot of them were kind of dwindling away. All right. Which I can't blame them. You know, I can't even blame them because, you know, everybody has to dwindle away. I've been dwindling away on the subject just because I feel like, you know, basically everything is out there. All right, you can see, I mean, that people look at Katelyn Nicole Davis as though she's an angel on earth, and to an extent I would agree. You know, she's pretty awesome. Same time, you know, there's certain aspects crept into her life that just weren't beneficial to her. They're causing her to grow older than she should have been, if you know what I mean. All sort of things, inappropriate music, inappropriate this and that. There's no supervision, this and that. It's just like, it's overwhelming. A lot of people say it's a trailer from hell. You know what? That's not the worst trailer that there is out there, by a long shot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just kind of an update. It's, you know, I don't feel like anything's going anywhere. And people say the wildest things up in these comment feeds, so I thought I would mention that. Anyways, I'll holler at y'all. It's April the 22nd, I believe, 2018.